Hi guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about some new products that I recently picked up that I'm super excited about, and I really wanted to share with you guys because they're all really affordable. They work really well. Well, for the most part. I do have one tiny product to vent about, but I'll tell you guys. And but other than that, they're all things that I definitely would recommend everybody pick up. They work so great. They're so inexpensive, and I just really wanted to tell you guys about them. So I'm going to start with my favorite one. I'm so excited about it. The Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 35F palette. I believe it's called Fall into Frost, but most people know them, by their numerical names. And when I was perusing Morphe's website, I was deciding which palette to get because I really wanted the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette because they had such good burgundies and reds, and it was like a great mix of mattes and glitters, but that palette is so expensive, it's so pricey, and there's not very many shades. So I thought that the Morphe palettes were a really great option. The Morphe 350 palette has a lot of good choices, but this is the one that I absolutely fell in love with. Their glitter shades as well as their matte shades are so beautiful. Some of them are really unique. I think this one right here, this purpley burgundy, I haven't really seen any like that in any other palettes just because I think it's such a unique color. And if you guys notice, down here on the bottom is matte shades and the rest of them are glittery. And I've been playing with this palette a ton since I got it on Monday. And I've been swatching them like crazy and using them like crazy, and I think that a lot of these colors are really durable, and the way that this palette was assembled was genius for creating a variety of looks. All of these matte colors work really well as both base and crease colors to start with for your makeup, and then you would sort of layer on the sparkly colors over the top, which I think is such a great combination of both, glittery colors as well as more mattifying colors because it really gives you a buildable look. And the color payoff is excellent. Here, I won't swatch all of them for you because that would take all day, but I'll go ahead and swatch. We'll do this one. It's a really pretty pink color. I'll just swatch right here for you guys. You can see all of the shimmer and definition within that shade. Is really pretty on the skin. Yeah, I can't say enough about this palette, and I believe, I'll put it in the description box because I cannot think of it for the life of me right now, but I'm 99% positive that for all of these colors, it was only $22.99, which is incredible because the Anastasia palette is almost double that price for like half the shades. So I definitely would recommend Morphe palette. So far I've had, a really good experience, and the packaging is really nice. It's really sleek and clean, and I just love it a lot. So I'm really excited about this, and I would love to see a variety of different looks. If you guys have also picked up this palette, I would love to see how you guys are using it because I've been trying so many different types of looks with this, and I would love to find out some more. So this was my main item that I really wanted to talk about, but I didn't want this to just be a Morphe gushing video, so I'm going to show you guys a couple other items that I picked up that I've been liking a lot. I watched a video the other day on stick foundations and all of the different Drugstore stick foundations. Kathleen Lights actually posted the video, and I was like, oh my god, like I should totally try a stick foundation. I am in between shades right now, so I've been mixing two different liquid foundations. So I've sort of been in the market to get a new foundation anyway, and after seeing this video, I was really inspired to go out and buy a stick foundation. So I just went to Walmart, and I got the Fit Me stick in 110, which is porcelain, because as you guys can tell, I'm super duper pale right now. So I've used this twice, and I really like it. It blends really well into my skin with a beauty blender, and it doesn't pick up any sort of dry skin patches that I might have, and it really is super duper buildable. It's really full coverage. It's great. I really can't say any more than that. It's just a really great stick foundation. And I also would love to recommend this foundation for beginners. I had this foundation in a darker shade that I was using just to contour with over the summer, and I actually gave it to my friend who is still a darker shade, and she knows nothing about makeup, but she loves to use it. She thinks it's really easy to use. She just blends it in with her finger. I use a beauty blender, so I think this is great for people who are more makeup inclined and people who are maybe not so makeup inclined and just trying to get into it, because it's really easy to apply. You just, roll up the stick and put it all over your face, more where you want it, less where you don't, and it blends really easily. So I definitely would recommend it for that, because I think it's great for any type of person who's looking for a foundation. So I did do a whole entirely separate post on my blog that I will link down below about this baby skin, it's called the Instant Pore Eraser primer, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I don't think of myself as someone with particularly huge pores anyway. That's not really something that I look at when I'm doing my makeup. But aside from that promise, this is really, really good for just keeping my makeup on all day, combined with the Boscia setting spray that I have. I've definitely seen more longevity in my makeup. It's super moisturizing, which is so important, because I've had some really dry, cakey primers in the past that just make everything look bad. No one wants a cakey primer, and this is not one at all. It's amazing. I love it. Everyone needs to pick it up if you wear foundation. It's one of the best products that I own right now. I want to buy 5 million of them and just put them in a bathtub and bathe in them, because this is such a good product. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this Micellar cleansing water from Garnier. And there are 2 different types of this. I didn't know. I thought that this was the only bottle, but there's also a bottle with a pink cap. And the only difference on the bottle that I could see was this has this little line here that says, removes makeup, even waterproof mascara. So I got this one because we know my Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara is like a holy grail for me. I cannot go without it. So I picked up this one in an effort to also take that off. And this is amazing. It's amazing. It's not expensive at all. And before this, I was using Neutrogena makeup wipes, and they were kind of irritating the sides of my eyes. I noticed I was getting like little red bumps right here, and it would hurt when I like touched my eye to put concealer on. I was like, this isn't good at all. So I had seen this mentioned in a couple videos, so I did pick it up. But the one thing I did want to mention, a little bit of a disclaimer, is it is sort of greasy feeling, which makes sense because there's oils in it, which helps to remove really stubborn eye makeup and lip makeup and everything. So it does make sense that it is on the greasier side. So what I would recommend is, saturating a cotton pad with this, putting it all over your face, and then washing your face afterwards. Just, that's a personal preference. It's something I've been doing just because I feel like my pores just were feeling really greasy, and I just wanted to get that feeling off. So I washed my face after using this, and I absolutely love it. It's amazing. Everyone needs to pick it up along with the primer, because I can't say enough good things about it. And then this is a little less on the makeup side, but this is the Nexxus Color Assure shampoo. So I recently dyed my hair navy blue. I don't know if you guys can tell. It definitely has navy hints to it. I don't necessarily know if it's navy blue or if I would just call it sort of a sapphire black. But I definitely do want to protect it and keep my color super vibrant, because I'm loving this right now. And the shampoos that I had been using before have sulfates in them. So I wasn't loving how when I would wash my hair the past few days, granted I did recently dye it, but the bubbles from my hair would have a slight tint of lavender to it. And whether it be my own anxiety or if this is actually factual, I felt like I was washing the dye out of my hair, and that is definitely not what I want to do. So I went and I picked this up, and it's in the smell White Orchid Extract, and it smells so good. Oh my god, it's so amazing. It is such a good smell. And when I washed my hair this morning, the bubbles did not have lavender in it. There was no like purple tint, blue tint to the bubbles, so I guess in my head that means it's working. I'm sure I'll have hair professionals be like, yeah, that's not a thing, but at least to me it's giving me a peace of mind, which I like a lot. My final product that I want to mention is kind of super frustrating, and I'm hoping that this works for someone else, not me, because I haven't had great results with it so far. But I purchased the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Light Beige, as seen right here. It's like $2, and I wanted to use it for contouring because I am so fair that this is a lot darker than the color that I use like under my eyes or on my face as a whole, so it works really well for a subtle contour with a bronzer over the top. And I was like, $2, like, sounds great, I'm totally gonna use it. This color was way too light for my skin. It blended right into my foundation, even though in the bottle it looks visibly dark. So then I went out and purchased this concealer. It's the same one. It's also in light beige, but I thought this looked a little different. It had different undertones, so I was like, maybe that'll work. See, but what drives me nuts is same brand, same product, purchased at the same location, and they're very clearly two different colors. So I don't really know what to do about that, but that's really frustrating, and both of these blend into my skin. So the good news is they blend really well. The bad news is not so great for contouring, and also I wasted $4 on concealers I can't use. So I'm hoping to give these away. I've used them like once to people with, you know, darker skin than I who can use it as a concealer because it's certainly not working to give me the contour I want. But I did go out and purchase this Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer for the purpose of contouring, and this is in the shade Medium. And this works a lot better for me as far as contouring goes, and I think that this is a super great way. It's a cheap way. This was also like $2, $3. It's a cheap way to get a really natural looking contour if you're a little bit fairer like I am, because when I use a really sharp bronzer, it's very muddy looking, it's very dirty looking. So I've noticed that when I buff this into my skin using a beauty blender and then put, you know, my choice amount of bronzer over the top, it's totally so much more natural looking. And I've been really liking it so far. That's kind of how I've been doing my contour routine for a couple of days now, and I've liked how it's come out. It's not super dramatic, it's really natural to wear to classes and stuff like that. So I would recommend, if you're fair like I, perhaps picking that up. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you guys, but hopefully those are some pretty good product recommendations. They're ones that I definitely swear by. I would totally recommend picking up the primer and the cleansing water because those genuinely changed my beauty routine for the better, and I've seen really good results for that. And I think those are products that across the board everyone could benefit from. I love a good makeup remover. And in the future, I will be posting some more looks, maybe a tutorial with my new Morphe palette. So stay tuned for that. See you soon.